Now, wait, hold on there. All right, I know you're trying to watch some kind of video on live streaming or figure out what you're going to need to do. Enough about that. We've got a training right now for you how you stand out in your industry right now. Now, Doc Williams, he's worked with Gary Vee, ESPN, AppSumo, all these different people, and he's going to teach you how to stand out with live streaming right now. So go watch this video. Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Doc Williams, your live streaming guru, and today we're going to be talking about how to stand out in your industry with live streaming. This is your guide to getting started today with live streaming. So by the end of this training, we will be showing you how you can be well on your way to become an authority in your space. And you don't need any experience. In this training, you're going to learn how to do this from scratch so you can make it happen today. Now, why is this so important? Why is this so imperative to start live streaming right now? Well, I want you to think about something. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Now, although you've probably heard that expression before, the reason we're talking about it right now is the internet is inundated with people talking. But how many people actually hear what you're saying? Do they actually hear what you talk about? This training will show you how you can stand out with your unique voice. So what about me? Who am I? Well, again, my name is Doc Williams, and just like you, I have been where you are right now. I've been looking at other people in my industry, and they seem like they're just getting ahead. They're becoming keynote speakers. They're being interviewed. And I thought that should have been me, but I just didn't know how to do it. My voice was continually being drowned out of others that were louder than me or were just in the right spot at the right time that I thought. But I was able to stand out by leveraging my attention from brands and influencers and always bringing it back to my story and how I could benefit the industry and other people. And now I've been able to work with some of the best in the business. For example, I was able to work with Arnold with the Arnold Sports Festival Classic. I was able to work with AppSumo, VaynerMedia, working with Gary and AJ Vaynerchuk, Christmas Abbott, and also ESPN, just to name a few. That was all by leveraging live streaming and what I was capable of. And you can be doing the same thing. So we're going to be here in dispelling 3 things to get you started live streaming. And those 3 things are, number 1, live streaming won't work for me. Number 2, I can't live stream because I don't know the tech. And number 3, I don't know what to talk about. We're going to solve all those things for you right now. So let's talk about live streaming won't work for me. Okay, right now, people are primed to need more and more content. Now, why is that? Well, with everyone staying inside and not traveling as much, people are focused on either education or entertainment. Either one of those things, live stream can show your audience and you can reach your audience like never before. So you can show up doing live streaming, either education or entertainment, and people are yearning for that. People are waiting for that. And you know what? Everyone has a story and a unique point of view. And that's what you possess. So you can start putting your voice out there. You can start educating or entertaining people today. Now, that's dispelling why it won't work for you. The next common question that we get a lot of times is, I don't know the tech. Well, we're going to make this super simple for you. There's tons of tutorials. You've probably seen hours and hours on YouTube, all the different type of tech you could do. Let's make it really simple for you right now. Do you want to record on the go, or do you want to record in one place? Or do you want to have an office, or do you want to just do this when you're out, walking the dog, being in the park, being on the go for work? Once you know that, and this, we're going to say you might have a mix and match, pick one that you primarily want to do. Pick one that you mainly do. And then we have the answer for you. We already have a selection of different platforms based on your needs. So if you're on the go, we go with Switcher Studio, or Social Live or Restream. Now, the reason we do that is they are built for iOS and to be on the go. Yes, they're an iOS product. Sorry, Android, but it just works that way, okay? So if you're going to go mobile, it's got to be iOS, and you can use these different platforms. Restream, it can work for 2 different ones, but again, for more advanced features when you're going on the go, it's going to be Switcher Studio or Social Live. Now, what can you do with that? Well, these apps, and we prefer working with Switcher Studio. Switcher Studio allows you to bring in comments from the guests that are talking to you on stream. You can be streaming to multiple platforms. You can bring in other graphics or small videos to play during your live. So it's like you have your own production all there for you. Okay, so that's right there on the go. And by the way, Restream allows you to be on multiple platforms simultaneously, up to 30 platforms. Now, why is that important? Well, instead of taking your video and then needing to share it, when you're posting natively, that platform responds to you. That platform is going to promote you more. So if you go native on 30 different platforms, it allows you to be in front of other audiences or meet people where they are. Another thing is it allows you to see what platforms are actually good for you. Restream shows you the analytics to see which one actually matters for your audience. Who's getting the most benefit? Now, on the other side of the house, we can talk about if you decide to record in one place, we have StreamYard and Restream.io. Why are those powerful? Well, StreamYard allows you to bring in other guests, so you can have more of a talk show or an interview style when you have StreamYard, right? So if you want to have a whole other element and you're going to be, having that effect with bringing in guest stars, you can use StreamYard. Or you could, again, use Restream and be able to do lower thirds and other minimal things like that. But the benefits of Restream, again, is when you can plug into more than 30 different platforms and go live at the same time, right? So choose one path. Are you going to record on the go or record in one place? And all of these different options, we got you covered. At the end of this video, you'll have a checklist and you'll have a resource guide that you can go out and purchase this from Amazon right after this training. So we got you covered. Okay, so we just talked about, number one, why we don't have to worry about. We first talk about that you need to live stream because people need to hear your unique voice. And then the second point is we just solved the tech problem for you. Pick one of these depending on what you're going to be doing, on the go or if you're going to be in one place. Now, the next portion is, I don't know what to talk about. Well, we've done the work for you right here. Instead of trying to start from scratch, it's important to look at what has been popular across all different types of industries. And what we've seen that is effective to start with is pick a show style that connects with you in one of these 4 areas. Number one, Q&A, which is question and answer. Are people going to give you questions and you're going to answer them? Interviews, again, are you going to bring in guests and you love talking with people and they just love your vibe? A day in the life, people just love to see you. It's more of a vlog or documentary style. And the last one is how to. Are you going to instruct them in making their life better or learning a new skill? Pick a show style that connects with you. Now, if after looking at this list, you're like, well, I just don't know which one to pick. Well, let's go through a few and think about which one connects with you. Q&A. That's for an example, if you want to go look, if you haven't seen it, the Ask Gary V style. That show was based on so many people were asking Gary Vaynerchuk questions on social media platforms about business, about social media. He turned that into a show format where he would just go live or record and then he would answer the questions for you, right? It was so successful, then he reiterates and created a book from it and all those things. So let me ask you this, Q&A, does that resonate with you? Do a lot of people ask you questions? Do people text you and email you constantly? Okay. If they do, that's the one that you should lean towards. If you're inundated with questions, people constantly want to know your point of view. If you're not getting questions, you just got your answer. That's not right for you. The next one is interviews. Okay, that's more of an Oprah style or Joe Rogan. right? So you're always having guests, you're bringing people on, and because you can navigate through that conversation and bring out key points, that's the one you should go with, right? Now, for an example, are you good at this? Have you ever thought of, recording perhaps the lunch with one of your friends? Or someone might have said, man, we should have had that recorded. That was a great conversation. Or someone have said to you, like, I wish I was a fly on the wall of that conversation when you talk to that person, right? Perhaps you know a lot of industry insiders and you just have really good conversations. You have really good chemistry with people. Okay, that's a style that you might want to go with. Again, this is based upon, do you already have contacts? Do you already have interesting conversations? Have people commented? Have different ones commented that they are interested? If they are, that's something to consider. If no one's ever asked you that and you have no guests lined up and you don't talk to people, we're moving on. The next one is the day in the life, right? And another example how Gary Vaynerchuk's content has changed over time. He switched over to the Daily V show, right? Now, what is that like? It's people just seeing your life, how you move through time and space. You're doing business. It's a life. People just love seeing it. I would say, think about it. It's more of a reality show, right? People are seeing what's happening with you. They're just interested. Now, do people already find your life interesting? Are you already doing this? Have you blogged in the past? Have you gone live or, just shown up to events and people just love seeing what you're doing? They just love seeing what you are doing with people, either from behind the stage or interacting with different fans. What's going on? Do people find your life interesting? Not if you find your life interesting. Have people mentioned how they love seeing what you're doing and want more of it? If they have, that's something to consider. If people have not asked you about that, or people do not find you interesting in your day-to-day life, that's not the best one to think of or to go with. And the last one is how to. Yes, that's Bob Ross. He teaches you how to paint, right? That's the whole point. Well, guess what? You can be the Bob Ross of your industry. Maybe not the hair and the beard, but you could be the Bob Ross of your industry. Okay, how is that possible? Well, everyone has something to teach. Everyone can teach someone something. Maybe you think of the problem a little bit differently. Perhaps you solve the problem differently, and you have a different way of explaining it, and it really helps people. It doesn't matter if it's in a professional setting or it's just with friends. Have you taught something? Do people mention how they love that? Okay, so we're going to back up for a second. There's 4 different styles. You're going to choose one of these styles, okay? There's one of these that you can say, aha, that's me. And even if if you're a novice, but people come up to you and they ask you questions, maybe that's a Q&A. If you like talking to people, okay. If people like seeing what you're doing, or if you like teaching, pick one of these show styles. And if you're still not certain, write down a list of each one of these 4 things, and whatever you have the longest list of, or proof that you are closer to that style, that's the one you choose. Okay? So, we've gone through that live streaming can work for you. We've gone through the tech that you need and the format that you can try to get started with live streaming. So what's left? We got to talk about how to leverage your live stream and get ahead of your competition. Okay? Now, you do that by creating a PR machine. And a PR machine, public relations, it's allowing the buzz, allowing people to hear about you, that people are talking about you. And what we've created is something called the WWE model. So no, even if you're not interested in wrestling, it's still a good model because everyone has a signature event. Everyone knows that the worldwide, the WWE has an annual event. But guess what? They're not the only one. Disney has an annual event. Apple has their annual event. South by Southwest. It goes on and on and on and on. You have to leverage your PR to stand out. And after you have your show style, you can begin to leverage what you do. You can have people start asking about you, requesting for you to be on their podcast, for their show, to be a keynote speaker for their virtual conference, for their live event. The list goes on. That's done by having a live stream that matters, that allows you to have something that you can leverage for people to know more about you. So that's how you get started. That's how you break into your industry and make a difference. So then it raises the question, how much more time will you waste? Okay, you already know what to do. You know the tech, you know the show format. It's time to get to work. Now, like we mentioned, this is yours. You can have this presentation, this training. You're going to have the resource guides for the tech to buy. But guess what? You have to start, and you've got to have the right system, the right people behind you. So this is very successful. This is exactly, if you play this back, this is how we work with our clients. But you know what? A lot of people need more help. They need either the hand-holding or someone behind you to walk you through every step of the way to make you successful. And that's what we do with LiveStreaming Guru. That's what our mission is. So if you're serious and you're done with wasting time in watching more YouTube videos, more, tech videos, how to start live stream, schedule a call with me. Jump on a call with me right now, and we'll start building your live streaming empire. There's going to be a button down below this video or above or wherever. Find that button that says book a call, and I'll talk to you very soon. I cannot wait to start helping you build your live streaming empire. And again, thank you so much for watching this training, and I cannot wait to talk to you soon.